How do you react to rejection emails from film festivals? Oh my god, I have a typical example. I have received so many rejection emails that I have gotten so used to rejection emails. I've made quite a number of films and even short films and all that. So usually I have an idea of how these festivals run. So I'll send films to festivals, they'll select, and then some will select, some will not. But usually the ones that don't select seem to be more than the ones that take your film. So this time when I made Kill the Impostor, very beautiful film by the way, and then it won several awards, went to several festivals. But the festivals that I really wanted it to get into, it didn't get into it. So usually I would be anticipating the notification date of those festivals. Yeah, I had a number of festivals like that I paid for, and I was hoping that it would get into those festivals. But when the email came, the first one just says not selected. Damn, I was disappointed. It's like when you're waiting for your jam result and then the result is not what you thought it was going to be. It really pained me, and then you just move on. I wait again for another time for the next notification, and then not selected. Then I started to wonder, are these people even watching this film? Like, what the hell? What do you mean not selected? Did you watch the film? I was very disappointed. It didn't seem like they watched the film, but well, they most likely did. Maybe it didn't appeal to them at the time. So I got so used to these rejection emails that if I get any new email, I wasn't thinking that it would be an acceptance email. But the film went ahead to win a couple of awards in some other places. Here's really how I say it. I think that everything is about timing. Sometimes you do something and then everyone is raving about it. The reason they are raving about it is not really because of what you did. It's just because of the timing. And that timing, you never really have control over it. It just may work. You wonder why with a lot of strategy and stuff, some things don't work. But some other things that work, they work without strategy. They just work. It's the timing. And that timing has like a spiritual backing. Think about this, for instance. Let's use Ashake. Ashake has been singing for such a long time. But when Ashake blew, it was the timing. It wasn't strategy. It wasn't strategy that brought him at the time. But imagine if he had stopped singing because he had been singing for so many years and nothing was happening. He just gave up. He would never experience the new timing that would have worked for him. That would have been the end. You would never have heard about Ashake. He would just be telling his story about how he used to sing but that he never blew, because he would never have gotten to experience the period in his life where he would have blown. There is time for everything. There's a time for you to be rejected. There's a time for the festivals to say, no, this film is not worthy of our festival. And there's a time for them to be the one who's running and saying, yes, we want this now. But as long as you keep doing what needs to be done, you're telling really good stories, you keep honing your skills and getting better at your craft. It means that if you made a film this year, the next time that you're going to make another, you're sending to the same festival or another, it will most likely be a better film. So the chances that they're going to take it are higher, but there's no guarantee. What you have control over is that you keep doing. What you have control over is that you make that film, and you share that film. How successful the film will be is not directly in your control. Is in a lot of other factors that you don't have control over. But at least if you never made it, if you never send it, you're never going to find out. So it makes sense that you make it, that you share the film with the world, and let's see what happens with the film. But if you're using your experience because, I was disappointed, it never succeeded, and all of those several things that happened in the past, you give up and decide not to try again, it means that you already closed your chance at seeing whether it will succeed or not. So if you ask me, are you going to succeed or not? I don't know, but you stand a chance. When you don't stop trying, you stand a chance at success. But once you stop, you already got rid of your own chance. So again, how do I react to film festivals? I expect that they would pick my films. I expect that my films will go to film festivals and really do well. And I'm still going to keep sending films to film festivals. But I've had a lot of rejection emails. But does that mean that I've given up on making films? Never. Never. It just means that they did not realize what they missed out on. And I'm gonna make the next one, and I hope that they don't get to miss out on that one too. So really this is about perspective. All right, it's going to be tough for you who's a young filmmaker, for you who doesn't have access, for you who's an indie filmmaker. By the way, all of us are indie filmmakers. I think I'll make another video about indie filmmaking in Nigeria or Nollywood. For you who's a young filmmaker, you don't have any godfather, you don't know nobody, you don't have money, you don't have nothing. All you have is your story and your idea, and you just want to make a film that will go to a festival and succeed and do well and all that. That would be really great. There are films in Nigeria. I mean, The Weeknd that went to Tribeca, Mami Water that went to Sundance. When these films go to film festivals and succeed, it does well for the film. So of course it makes sense that you can make a film that succeeds somewhere. So that the film can succeed, what's the point of making a film? It's so that people can see it. It's so that people can watch it, and then of course be recognized for the work that you have done as a filmmaker. Yes, that's such a fulfilling thing for all of us as filmmakers. So it's not a crime that you are waiting for the festival to say that your film is selected. And if it's not selected, please, it's okay for you to feel disappointed. It's fine. But don't stay in disappointment. Don't stay in that feeling of disappointment and then carrying on that feeling into another film. Because it didn't happen the last time, you just think, oh yeah, it's not gonna happen again. No, don't do that. You're down, don't remain down. Get up, make another film, and then hopefully it will be selected. Now, if it is not selected, make yet another film and keep going. That's how I say it. How do you say it?